I put a poll out on Twitter asking what line should I do next? And out to the Piccadilly line and the District line, 64% of you have asked for me to do the Piccadilly line. So I'm doing the Piccadilly line. Starting at Acton Town, we're heading over to Heathrow, running around Heathrow and then finishing back at Hatton Cross. It is about 30-ish kilometres from what I remember, and I do feel like as if it's going to start raining pretty much any second. I'm going to get my route sorted and then we shall get started. Let's go. And let's put the camera away. We just arrived at South Ealing. Tick. It is absolutely pissing it down. So here we are at our next station, Northfield. I think next is Boston Manor. This is our next one at Boston Manor. And it's at this spot you can actually see the sidings for the Piccadilly line. Running through this bit's actually really pleasant. It's not too far from Boston Manor. I believe this is Boston Manor Park. It's just nice to get away from tarmac once in a while. Because it's just been raining, you can see the condensation coming off from the leaves. It's very pretty. Oh my god. This is brilliant. So I believe that this is the A3, I think it is. I know there's just something about where you have nature and then you just have big busy roads ploughing through it. Just makes you think. Anyway, let's talk and I need to get to my next stop. I just had a quick look on my weather app and I can see that there's still some rain incoming, but then after that's gone, then it's all good. That was probably the furthest distance between stations so far. Alright, so next up, Hounslow Central, and then another Hounslow. Hounslow Central, and then next we have Hounslow West. Hounslow West, tick. So next up we have Hatton Cross, and then I'm going to tell you how it is that I'm going to work out Heathrow, because it's a little bit complicated. Last year when I'd ran this, when I came to Hatton Cross, it was also raining then too, so maybe I just have a curse of bringing rain to this part of the Piccadilly line. I'll see if I can find a clip. That is one part of the Piccadilly done, and it's just started raining. Cinematic parallels there. So we're going past Heathrow now, and it's surprising to see the number of aircraft that are parked up. It's very weird. It's like a graveyard or a coma. It is a coma at the minute. So we are at Hatton Cross, and the weather is just turning from to We're going to head over to the different Heathrow terminals. So our first one is Terminal 4, and then going over to Terminal 5, and then into Heathrow Central. We're going to see how close that we can get. I'm not bothered if we don't actually get into the terminal, so long as we see the terminal itself, like any sign for Terminal 4, like Terminal 5, etc. That would be sufficient for me. Let's keep on rolling, and then we'll take it from there. But yeah, this weather is I'll document along the way of us going to our next stop, which is Heathrow Terminal, I can't hold it, 4. Terminal 4. We're going to make our way over to Terminal 5. I just need to figure out how to get out. I feel like I've come across like a disused airport. It just feels really solemn. because there are a mass number of flights that have been reduced, Heathrow Airport is only operating as a single runway. But it won't be long until they have the second runway in, and maybe the third. We'll see. Anyway, we're taking a road over to Terminal 5. We should be arriving there shortly. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, there isn't much to see apart from just planes, runways, airport staff, airport vehicles, buses. That's about it. T5, tick. Now, just need to figure out, how do we get out? I don't know if you can see it in shot, but I see a roundel that comes, sort of. Wow, better video, better audio. Who'd have thought that was going to happen this video? I've checked the weather, the worst of it's been and gone. So now we can actually have proper video content and not phone footage. Normally this place is absolutely booming. It's one of the busiest runways in the world. And yet, like, I can hear birds tweeting around here. Not gonna lie, it feels really eerie. So it's because of that sign right there why I'm getting a bus in. The bus is due any second, so what I'm going to do is pause my watch. I'm not going to save it, I'm just going to pause it, because what I don't want to happen is it track me going through the tunnel and think that I'm running through there. We are here at Heathrow Central. So terminals 2 and 3, and then we're getting back on the bus to get off where we're at and then follow on from there. Okay, so we are back. So we're back off the bus, and then just so you know that it's fair, that was the bus stop just over there where we first got on, so you know I'm not cheating. The 747 is easily my favourite plane. I've never actually been on one. I've been on most other aircraft types, but I've never been on a 747. I know that slowly they are kind of falling into disuse. My headband looks a little bit like British Airways logo, doesn't it? Just a little bit. Our last stop, Haddon Cross, finished. It's going to stop this. 30.77 kilometres. Not bad going actually. Total distance is here. With terrain, it is mostly paved. There is a small section on trail through Boston Manor Park, I believe it was, only for a short section. Other than that, it is mostly on paved surfaces. Amenities between stations. Between Acton to pretty much Hatton Cross, if you exclude the stations, there aren't really many amenities that's in between the stations. So around the station, I know there's a big Tesco that's near to Hounslow Central. I know that there are loads of petrol garages around that sort of vicinity as well. But I didn't really see much in between that, and especially at Heathrow. I mean, the only thing that you have when running around the perimeter of Heathrow would be the garages to stop at. there isn't really much else, and justifiably so. Finally, difficulty, it's 30 kilometers, it was expert. Even with the weather today, I actually really enjoyed running in the rain. I thought it was so much fun. The only thing that I was concerned with was just getting my camera and my microphone wet, because that would be very expensive to replace. So with my phone, because it is splash-proof, rainproof, whatever, I had no issues with using that as a temporary camera. Sorry for the lack of quality during the sections where I needed to use my phone. However, I hope that you understand, because I know I understand. That's it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in to Runderground. If this is the type of content that you are interested in, do feel free to subscribe down below, and I shall see you next time for Runderground. So we're 4.32 kilometers in. Because I'm not used to this area, I just have no idea what station is next. This is more challenging than than what you might think it is, but genuinely, I have no idea what station is next. I have no idea. Runderground.